All right, let me show you how to make a jig for your joint. Now this is probably going to be the trickiest part of this whole yoke system, is making this joint. So I have found it easier just to make a mock-up so you know exactly how things are supposed to go. Okay, so this is going to be my leg coming in. This is going to be my cross member, and they're going to butt in just like that. And then I'll be screwing this into this. Okay, so let me show you how this is done. Now there's a couple of caveats here. The main one is that this angle right here is 45 degrees. So if I have a square, it's going to be, and that's a 45-degree angle. That's what that is. Your angle may differ, okay? So make sure you know what your angle is right here. And the other thing I've done is I'm using rough sawn oak and 6 3/16 roughly, and then 8 1/4 at the top. Your dimensions here may change also. So keep that in mind when you're looking at what I've done. Okay, but I'm going to show you. I'll flip this over, and I'll show you how to lay it out. So the first thing you want to do is you want to draw a line at a designated length of your angled support. Okay, so it has to be consistent on all your pieces. And once you've done that, determine which point you're using. In my case, I'm going to use this point right here. Okay, so I'm going to keep that like this. I'm going to keep this point right here on the edge of my cross member, and I'm simply going to find my 45 degrees. Okay, you'll have to fine tune it a little bit. And okay. There we go. Okay. So what I've done is I've maintained this point. Now remember, this point is going to be determined on all of your support legs. It has to be the exact same length. But I'm maintaining this point right here on the edge of this board. And I've maintained my angle, which is going to rest in its final position. Okay, once I've done that, and again, this width right here is the exact width of the support member coming in. Okay, so 3 very important criteria here. But once I've done that, all I do now is I mark the edge where these are coming in. Okay, so I've got a mark here, and I've got a mark here. At this point, I can set that aside. Take my square. I'll just draw 2 90-degree lines on that. Now, what I want to do now, I want to measure out this angle right here, and it's going to be 8 degrees. So you put your speed square around there, and this is your degree angle. So kick it over to 8 degrees. So right there's 8. So here's 5, 6, 7, 8 degrees, and just draw a line. Now on this, I wanted a 2-inch shoulder. Now this could be an inch, inch and a half, 3 inches for that matter. It all depends what you want. So I'm just going to come up 2 inches, mark it, and then I'll use a straight edge and I'll connect this point here to that 2-inch mark. Okay, and this right here is what I'm going to be cutting out. Just like that. So that determines your shoulder cut. So let's flip it back over and assume that's already been cut out. So, okay, so then you want to take your cross member or your support leg and again, remember this point here, I drew an arrow on here for a reason. It's going to go right there. Okay, and basically you want to connect these 2 points and get it pretty close, and that should be awfully close to your 45 degrees. And it's off just a hair, so we'll adjust that. Right there, 45 degrees. Okay, now notice, here's my original line. You have to have enough material on your support beam coming in to make this little triangle right here. Okay, and it's about 1 inch in this case, but keep that in mind. But all you do at this point is just draw it. And that is your, all this right here is waste. We're going to cut that out. And this will mate into this. Just like that. Okay, so that's it. Just keep in mind, keep your angles correct, keep your thicknesses correct. And another thing too is, here's my original 90-degree line. I have to have at least 1 inch of material past this line. So when I make my cut, so when you're drawing the length on this, make sure you got some wood past your line, so because you'll be having to cut into past the 90-degree line right here. Okay, hope that makes sense.